artistry on display. Hi, everyone. I'm Scott Hansen. This is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 7. Lots to get to. We'll begin in Denver. The Broncos at home to take on the New York Giants. And it's the Denver defense that steps up on this play. They force the fumble, ball's loose, and then the presence of mind to scoop it up, and he wants to score. He will. Touchdown. The Broncos improve their mark to 7-0 as they get the win. From there, let's go up to the Motor City. Let's look in on the Lions as they play host to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this is ARSB Amon-Ra St. Brown. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Lions move their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play well here in the season's first half. One more for you. Let's go to Cincinnati. The Bengals hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is the visitors' running back. He's looking for an opening, gonna find it, a 17-yard touchdown on the ground. The Steelers improve to 4-2 on the year with another win. That'll do it for us. Until next week, Scott Hansen in Orlando, good night from all of us at EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. Coming up, 2 teams ready to square off. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. On the Dallas sideline, it is their head coach. His squad hanging tough, 4-3 through 7 games. On the other side, you've got the head coach of the Broncos. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. The Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey has a set. Off we go from Denver. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically.
And he will score! R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Denver. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He gets it to go. Broncos are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only to get them in that end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Shotgun snap for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
To return, it's Mims. Oh, that could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Harvey. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. It's going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's fourth down. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. They'll run for it. It's Harvey. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
It's always a gamble anytime you go for fourth down on your side of the field, but they clearly thought they had a play that they liked, but the defense came up huge, and now their offense is going to have a chance to capitalize and take advantage of this short field.
And not much there. The defense held to no gain.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
First carry now for Jaden Blue. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. John A. Barron is there to make the stop.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third
This
down.
is 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Taking off. He'll try to get there. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket. And when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. And he won't get away. Good tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's down. That is caught to the goal line and in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Cowboys.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. And he has been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we're going to see much more of him as this game goes on. And he'll take this up past the 40. Oh, pick up the 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. A run once more, that's Harvey. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Donovan Ezaraku there to make the play.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On the give, it's Harvey. And he will get into the end zone. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Denver. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Lutz for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense is ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Prescott now. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. Sack Allen in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Pick as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And they will bring him down from the other side of midfield. midfield. Pistol down for Prescott. He's gone, and it's CeeDee Lamb. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and inches. On the play fake. Dak. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Yeah! They'll throw again. Dak. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. Looked like one of the Cowboys was there to recover. Indeed, they will keep possession. From 29, here's second and 8. Again, Prescott to the air. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Jonathan Cooper getting in to record his 9th sack of the year.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Dak facing third and long. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's third and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim. So there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
On fourth down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. His kick is good. And the Cowboys are back within 4 at 14-10. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. Got the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Jaleel McLaughlin now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. 37 yards. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Nix. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 11 yards on the connection there. First down, Broncos.
27-yard line.
We'll go play action with Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Kenneth Murray. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And on a possession where the offense really had their way on the ground, they got to kind of go back to the drawing board and say, is it worth putting the ball in the air? Yes, we want to generate points. We want to push the ball downfield. But none of that matters if you're going to keep turning the ball over.
Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. Back to throw is Prescott. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Here's Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. He's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. This brought in out past the 20. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
At their own 32-yard line.
On the ground, this is Harvey. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. So after 1, it's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the 2nd quarter. From the 35, here's 2nd and 7. As we are ready to get back underway. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. He'll try to run here with Harvey. And he'll keep the drive moving. He's got the 1st down up to the 45.
And with the ball on your side of the 50, if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on 4th down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the 1st down anyway. Set
to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. A gain there of 21. Good for a Denver 1st down.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting 1st downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
On 1st down, it's Harvey. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
They'll throw. It's Nix. That's caught. It's the tight end Ingram. It was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
No runs for the Broncos field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. They'll get across the 20, mark them down at the 23-yard line. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. He'll work forward for a couple. D.J. Jones, the big defensive tackle. Good stop.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's second and 8.
Yeah, there we go.
Throwing is Prescott. Throw left side, caught by Ferguson. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down. Play fake. Prescott. That's brought in right side by Pickett. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now Prescott. Into the hands of Pickens once again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
16 more yards. That's another Cowboys first down. A gain of 16 yards. And
Dak going to give this to Blue. And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 9. A good spot here. Second and a yard. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a first down.
that's good for a Cowboys first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down.
Now Prescott. Out quickly here to Pickens. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Dallas. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here comes a return from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Toss, right side, that's Harvey. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down. So, from the 36, it is first and 10. On the give, this is Harvey.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
So, from the 37, here's second down and 9. To throw is Nix. Ingram able to get open. Makes the catch. He's taken down just shy of midfield. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, Broncos.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Harvey. Finds room inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. First and 10. Throwing. Nix. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down.
Nice rep here by the defense. They go man coverage, takes away all the threats downfield, and with nothing open, he has no choice but just kind of throw a contested ball, hope for the best, and just falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A run with Harvey. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Denver first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Broncos. His 4th TD grab of the season.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get it underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and end result is still a touchdown.
Cowboys 17.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And as we take a look at league leaders in receiving touchdowns by the running backs, he's right up there among the best in the league. Dak can throw it here on first down. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman to get out to lead the way.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On second down, it's Dak. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't. And now 3rd down comes up. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll let this go for Pickens. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Dallas. That'll be returnable from the 35. And it's a very nice return. He's given the offense a short field. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Nix, now to throw it here on first down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with it, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
Second and 7. Throwing is Nix. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So Can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
These guys have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Y'all gotta talk my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We better know Power Rangers.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's third and 10. He finds his tight end, Ingram. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We are into week 8, and we're starting to get a sense as to who are the haves and who are the have-nots. Let's get into it. Our look around the NFL starts now. In Atlanta, the Falcons at home to take on Miami. And it's last year's 8th overall pick, Michael Penix. He went for more than 300 yards passing, including this, one of his 3 touchdowns through the air. Next up, we go to Charlotte. We'll look in on the Panthers. They're playing host to the Buffalo Bills. And here it's Josh Allen surveying and finding Khalil Shakir. 36 yards for the touchdown. The Bills win their 3rd straight game as they get the victory today. Last but not least, let's go to Baltimore. The Ravens hosting the Chicago Bears. And this is the big man, Derrick Henry. He's going to get in from 6 yards out. The Ravens come away with the win, 14-10. And with that, a look here at the rest of the action in Week 8 around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. On the ground, this is Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Prescott. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That's the linebacker, Alex Singleton. In for the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's 3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. That is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Their lead is 10. They go back to work trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Give now to Harvey, running right. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
On 1st down, they'll stick with Harvey. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Again, it's Harvey. He's got space inside the 25. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. They get 22 yards there. 1st down, Broncos.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big game. In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
One to his right, and they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This from 34 yards. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Broncos add on to their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. That man in Dallas, Brian Schottenheimer, his offense going back to work once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Prescott. Quick throw on target to Pickens. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. It is 2nd and 6. To throw is Dak. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Prescott. He's got the open man, that's Jalen Tolbert. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10.
A gain of 21 yards.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. He brings this to about the 26-yard line. Alex Singleton, they're on the tackle.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
And he'll get this down to the 2-yard line. First and goal as they convert on third down.
Yeah, here we go.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Williams. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Back up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. Play action now. Prescott. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. On for the PAT is Aubrey. It's up and good. Cowboys are back within 6. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. McLaughlin now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
A run once more, that's Harvey. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's out out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up. There's nowhere to go with the ball. And next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Big snap on 1st and 10. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third and 5. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. Dak to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Open, left side is Schoonmaker. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd down, they need 5.
Yeah!
Prescott now. Got a man, and that's Tolbert. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here 1st and 10. No play action. It's Prescott. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. D.J. Jones. He gets in for the sack. It took a while, but that is his 1st on the year.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. That's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw is Prescott. That's out wide to Williams. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Prescott. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Jonathan Cooper. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to 4th down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll let this go for Pickens. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and 1. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. The Broncos offense ready to get back to work. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. From the gun, that is a run with Harvey. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. To the outside, hauled in by Sutton. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late.
And he's in. Evan Ingram put down Denver. That's his 1st touchdown this year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Nix and the Broncos now will line up and go for 2.
The Broncos will line
Back to
up.
throw is Nix. Out to his right, and he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This fielded at about the 9. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Cowboys offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. This pass right side, caught by Lance. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
From 31, here's 2nd and 7. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going short game.
Here's a screen set up to Williams. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Throwing is Prescott. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. And it's looked like the win streak to start the year is going to continue for another week. What a tremendous performance here as they are out to finish this one off. Handoff now for Harvey. Now following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Nix. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton. And he's into the end zone. Portland Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He's got it. The Broncos will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting things in order as they try out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. We'll start this drive with 1st down.
Yeah, there we go. I think.
The throw is Prescott. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Prescott. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Sack Allen. He gets in to record his 2nd sack of the game, number 4 on the season. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Nix, how to throw it here on 1st down. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
A dive and a catch. Incredible. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Denver 1st down.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. And how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy. You get paid to catch them all.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and a couple. A run here. It's McLaughlin. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. Third and 6. Throw it. Nix. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on 4th down.
When you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far, that has proven to not be the case.
Pace to run inside the 20, and he takes it down to the 15-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. First down, Broncos.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. The catch made there by Sutton. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open,
and he gets to the outside and takes it in. Bo Nix down Denver. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him. And in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Lutz for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Broncos stretch things out even further. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go. And he's going to take this all the way back. 92 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. Now Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys are able to cut into the deficit. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
Recovering an onside kick has really become kind of a lost art nowadays, Mike. You just don't see it very often. You're trying to find where's the weak link, where's the hole in the recovery unit. Kicker's got to put the ball there, and then it's just a race to recover it.
Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout. The stoppage comes just over a minute to play in this one. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Prescott. He'll get this to Schoonmaker. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
On second down, it's Dak. That's caught by Tolbert, right side. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. They'll throw again. Dak. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Again, Prescott to the air. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up third down now. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout as the clock is stopped with 34 seconds to go in this one. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Prescott again. Left side, caught by Lamb.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
To the air again. Prescott. He's going to keep, and this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
That is incomplete, and the two-point conversion is unsuccessful.
All right, so ultimately, it's a successful play. That's a win for the defense. But that was very close, Mike, to being a 4-point swing. So instead of the offense securing 2 points on that try, if he's able to secure that interception and take it the other way, he would have gotten 2 points for the defense.
The Broncos offense ready to take over once more. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts. So just one kneel down and then time to shake hands. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten.